90% of realtors who make YouTube videos will never get a client from it. And after having coached agents for many years now, I say this with absolute certainty. And it's not because YouTube doesn't work. It's just because they never set their channel up the right way from the beginning. And I know this because that's what I did. I did not set my channel up correctly at the beginning. And as a result, it took me a year and a half and 50 videos before I ever got my first lead. But even those terrible videos where I didn't know what I was doing still brought me my very first lead. Someone who called me and picked me from all of the realtors in town and said, I want to buy a house and I want you to represent me. We had never spoken before. He picked me off of the internet from stupid YouTube videos that were really, really bad. And at that moment, I knew that I had cracked the code. Because it's not about going viral and getting tons and tons of attention. It's about building an asset bank of videos. Think of them like digital employees that work for you 24 hours a day. They never take a day off. They never get sick. And they never forget what they're supposed to be doing. So if you are tired of writing big fat checks to Zillow and chasing unqualified leads that just waste your time, let's go through the 6 things that you need to have in place in order to start getting actual leads and clients from your YouTube channel. And anybody can do this. If I can do this, you can do this, I promise. All right, step number 1 is, what is your channel about? What is your channel's UVP, unique value proposition? I was looking at somebody's channel the other day, and it was about buying and selling in blah, blah, blah town where she lived. And that's pretty much what everybody does. They create their channel and they say, it's about real estate in this specific geographic location. But that's not enough, because that's still a very broad topic. And depending on what market you're in, like, let's say you're in Toronto, you guys have like 50,000 licensed real estate agents. It's ridiculous. So if you're in a super competitive market and every single one of them had a YouTube channel about real estate in Toronto, everybody would have the exact same channel. And that's not what we want. So what is your unique value proposition? Why is your channel different? What is your unique angle? What is your area of expertise? What is your specialty? Are you an SRES and you want to specialize in working with seniors? Are you a military relocation professional? What is your unique perspective for this channel? And then, who is the right person to watch these videos? So the niche is what the channel is about. And then the target audience are the people that are interested in that topic that would watch. Now, I get a lot of pushback on this when people say, but I want to get lots and lots of views and I want to get lots and lots of clients. So how does narrowing it down to a very small subset of people make any sense? I know it kind of doesn't make sense. But if you've been making videos for a long time on your channel and you are not getting leads and clients from it, I guarantee you this is the reason why. You are too broad. The minute you narrow it down to a smaller group of people, it's like the YouTube algorithm goes, oh, now I get it. Now I know what this channel is about. And I know the type of people who will watch this type of content. So now I know who to show it to. So trust me when I tell you that this is the secret. Niching down, being more specific, not talking about anything and everything, and definitely not restaurant reviews and doing tours of like local hotspots and stuff like that. That will get views from tourists. That doesn't necessarily lead to business. And that's the goal, right? We're not making a YouTube channel so we can become famous. And we're not creating the YouTube channel so we can quit our job and be a full-time YouTuber. I mean, if you want to do that, that's cool. But most real estate agents are doing this as a way to attract potential clients. And so if that is the goal, we need to be talking about real estate topics, not like, hey, there's a new sushi restaurant in town and it was really fun and let's go make a video about it. You're not a food vlogger, you're a real estate agent. Make real estate videos. So now that you know what your channel's UVP is and who is the right person, can they tell that? So if they come to your channel and I love how it like underlines tell as though I've misspelled it just because my writing is so terrible. If they come to your channel and they cannot immediately tell, what is this channel about? Who is it for? Is it relevant to me? Then they're not going to watch it because they can't tell. So if your channel banner and the name of your channel says living in Savannah, okay, are you a travel vlogger? Are you a blogger? Are you a real estate agent? But like, what is this channel about that's too broad? It is too darn broad. All of you that have a channel named living in blah, 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 you're all just copying each other. You're all doing the same thing. It's not very effective. A couple of weeks ago, I was preparing for a presentation. And so I just went to YouTube and I typed in living in Birmingham, Alabama. I came up with no fewer than 15 channels where that was the name of the channel, living in Birmingham, Alabama. That's not unique. That means that you guys are all interchangeable. Stop it. Come up with a unique perspective for your channel if you want to start getting business from it. You've got to communicate that to your audience with the graphics and the name of the channel and the headline that's on the channel banner and the topics of the videos, the titles of the videos, what you say in the videos. You got to make it very readily apparent so that within a few seconds of coming to your channel, they're like, aha, this is for me. Or they go, oh, this is not for me. And that's okay too. We don't want to chase after the people who are the wrong prospects. We want to only get in front of the people who are the right prospects. Now, all of this so far is about branding and messaging. Now, if you skip over these 3 steps, which is what everybody does, the next 3 steps are not going to work at all. So don't skip this. In fact, I have a free resource. I'll put it in the link down below. You can download it. It's a worksheet to help you figure out what should your niche be, what should your channel be about. If you haven't taken the time to do this, please go get this worksheet. It will help clarify the entire strategy for your channel, so you're not just throwing up videos every week and then crossing your fingers and hoping something works. Okay, so step number 4 is value is the new selling. I believe this to the depths of my soul, and I am going to convince you that it is true and that this is what you need to be doing. So for example, I saw a post on Instagram and it essentially said, congratulations to my clients. We have been looking for a house for them for 9 months. These poor people were getting so discouraged. It's a very limited inventory market. And every time we wrote an offer, there were still multiple offers and we were getting outbid and they were getting so discouraged, but congrats to them. They hung in there. They got an offer accepted. I am so happy for these people who have finally become homeowners. And I know why you guys post these. I know why you do it. You're not doing it to be self-promotional. You are doing it to congratulate your client and to very subtly remind people, don't forget, I'm a real estate agent in this area. I am still in business. I'm still working. If you need an agent, you should call me. You should refer me to all of your friends. Like, I know why you do it. But the way that it comes across to the consumer is, I need to tell you about me. I need to sell you on working with me. I need to convince you that I am a hard worker, that I am tenacious, that I'm not going to give up, that I'm not going to throw in the towel and say, well, guess you should just rent for another year. I'm trying to sell you on the benefit of working with me. My question to you is, of all of the times that you've posted something like that, how many times did it actually get you a paying client? Be honest. How many times did it actually get you business? Not likes, not comments, because the comments are all from other realtors and the past clients that follow you on that platform. You're not getting a lot of comments from people that you've never met before saying, wow, you sound amazing. I need an agent. I should totally hit you up in the DMs. That doesn't really happen, does it? So what about giving value instead? Oh, I forgot to write that down. What if instead of saying congrats to my client, you did a video where you said, did you know that you can buy a house with a 3% interest rate right now Even though the going interest rate is what, 6.75% right now, you could buy a house with a 3, a 2.5, a 4% interest rate right now, no matter what today's market is doing. I know how to do it. I have a secret strategy that no other realtors ever talk about. In the links below, I'm going to show you like a secret video outlining the strategy. You should click on it and watch that next. And then what do you talk about in that video? You talk about assumable loans. We're going to find people that bought during the pandemic and got those amazing interest rates, and now they want to sell, and we're going to assume their loan. But you need to be working with an agent who knows this stuff, because not everybody does. It's not like they teach us this stuff in real estate school. Most brokerages aren't teaching it. So you need to find somebody who actually knows this strategy. And by the way, if you do not live in the area that you live in, you should still hit me up anyway, because I know agents all over the country, and I will find you someone that has done assumable loans before in the area where you want to buy. And then you get a referral out of it. How great would that be? Value is the new selling. You help them with something. You don't try to sell them on the benefits of working with you. This is so much more effective. This is essentially what I have done ever since I left California. Because when I was in California, I was an REO listing agent. I had more business than I could handle. I was hiring agents in my office like, will you please help me? I have 97 listings all at the same time. I can't possibly do this myself. And I don't have a team, because back then teams were not really a thing. Nobody had a team. I was just getting the other agents in my office to help me so I didn't drown. Then when I moved cross country, I was like, oh, I don't have any listings. In fact, I don't have any buyers either. I got zilch. What am I going to do instead? This was what I started doing instead. I started blogging and I started making YouTube videos, and I never, ever sold anyone on the reasons why they needed to work with me. I provided value, and they decided to work with me because I was so freaking helpful. So I swear to you, this works. These are the types of videos that you should make for your YouTube channel, and you can't help but start to get business from it. Next up, you need to have a clear call to action for every single video. It doesn't have to be call me, I will help you. It could be watch this video next. So we've been talking about topic A. What is the next logical problem they will encounter now that we've solved this one? So you're thinking about what is the next logical problem that they're going to encounter. And you just happen to have already made a video on that topic, and it's on your channel. So watch this one next. This video pops up. They click. When they watch a video and then another one and then another one, this is so helpful for so many reasons. You get more face time with them. You get more watch time, and YouTube rewards the number of minutes that they spend on the platform watching videos, but they start to trust you more. The more value you give them over and over and over again, asking for nothing in return, the more they trust you, because they think you're not just a salesperson desperately trying to sell them something that they're not ready to do. They trust you because you're just saying, hey, here's all this value. I hope it helps you. If you have a question, leave it in the comments. That's it. So most of the time I have them watch another video, but occasionally I will say, I've got this free resource. You should click down below. Maybe it's a PDF that they can download from your website. Maybe it's a secret video that's unlisted on your YouTube channel. So nobody can see it unless they directly click the link to see it. Maybe they have to schedule a Zoom call with you. I have a student who specializes in helping people avoid foreclosure. And so her call to action is, the clock is already ticking. You don't have time to waste. Quit monkeying around. You need help. I can help you. Schedule a free Zoom call with me. Let's find out what we can do to stop the bank from taking your house. And it's a very effective call to action, because these are people who desperately need help. And if she's been providing value over and over and over again, when she says, listen, let's talk, they schedule Zoom calls. And step number 6 is that you have to repeat this entire process. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be making videos over and over and over again to Create assets for this bank of videos that you are putting together. You are creating an asset for your business. Every video that you make goes into this library of videos that people can find on your YouTube channel for years to come. I get leads every single week from videos I made 4, 5, 7 years ago. It's not like you make this video and people will watch it in the next 3 or 4 days and then that's it and you'll never get business from it again. You will get leads from it for years to come when you do this right. So you can't make a handful of videos and then stop. You got to keep going. Now, it doesn't mean daily. It doesn't mean 3 times a week. It could be once a week. Just don't stop. Now, if you're serious about putting all of this into action, here's a video where I walk you through step by step what to say and what not to say in your first video, because this will determine whether people keep coming back to watch you over and over again. And if this helped you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'm making 3 videos a week to help real estate agents just like you get more business.